Eating mooncakes during the Mid-Autumn Festival is a cherished Chinese tradition, with salted egg yolk mooncakes being a popular choice. On September 16, a Douyin video raised concerns about food safety, claiming that some mooncakes may contain artificial salted egg yolks, alarming consumers. The video showed yellow elongated solid products being machine cut into shapes resembling salted egg yolks, used as mooncake fillings. These artificial yolks include preservatives like sodium benzonate, colorants such as lemon yellow, and emulsifiers like mono and diglycerides. Excessive long-term consumption may strain the liver and kidneys or cause digestive issues, such as bloating or diarrhea, in sensitive individuals. The video gained significant attention. In the comments, viewers expressed concerns with remarks like, "I'm hesitant to eat salted egg yolk mooncakes now," and "I don't know what's in these mooncakes anymore." Additives are used in mooncakes to extend shelf life, allowing them to remain fresh longer. In Chongqing, a resident recently found that 2 mooncakes, stored for 3 years, showed no spoilage. The packaging listed 2 preservatives, potassium sorbate and sodium dihydroacetate. Excessive use of sodium dihydroacetate, a potent preservative, may harm the liver, kidneys, and central nervous system. The manufacturer acknowledged using preservatives, but maintained that the levels were within safety limits, stating that they were unclear why the mooncakes remained unspoiled for 3 years. These mooncakes were offered to dogs, but none ate them. Many consumers found their dogs refused to eat store-bought mooncakes, suggesting dogs prefer natural foods over those with artificial additives or heavy processed ingredients. How harmful are food additives? A Douyin video from last year showed a mooncake placed on the ground, quickly attracting ants. The vlogger observed that, over time, the ants became sluggish and disoriented, with some remaining motionless, described as dead by the vlogger. Another Douyin user shared a screenshot showing a single mooncake containing dozens of additives. A commenter remarked, "This doesn't feel like celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival, it's more like a health risk." Sodium dihydroacetate, however, has been widely used as a preservative in China's food industry for over 20 years. Before the Mid-Autumn Festival, mooncake brands compete fiercely for a market share. In shopping centers and supermarkets, mooncake gift boxes are prominently displayed. From Sam's Club to Yonghui Supermarket, Hema, and CR Vanguard, all have mooncake gift boxes at their entrances. Despite attractive packaging and discounts, these mooncakes remain unsold, leaving retailers anxious, with some saying profits are nearly impossible and covering costs is challenging.
就这样冷冷清清的啊。
It's so quiet and empty here, with Mid-Autumn Festival just days away. You sell mooncakes for whatever you could get. Today is just that kind of day. Making 1 yuan, 3, or even 5 is fine by me, as long as there's some cash coming in. Otherwise, once the festival's over, you're stuck selling at a loss. Breaking even feels like a win. Turning a profit, that's a pipe dream.
问问各位做团购的兄弟们，你们今年几盒月饼卖的怎么样？
I gotta ask all you group buy folks out there, how's your mooncake game this year? My store's getting crushed. Been running this supermarket for 4 years, and this year's a total mystery. Mooncakes are piling up, but gift boxes? Nobody's buying. Just the usual group buy regulars, maybe 30 or 40 orders, and that's it. Retail, 0 boxes sold. Is Mid-Autumn Festival canceled or what? 8 days to go, and I'm scared to stock up. Each brand's down to a few scattered boxes. I'm making, 8 or 10 bucks a box? Even those fancy 200 yuan Maxim's mooncakes through group buys, I'm lucky to pocket 18 bucks a box. Cost me over 200, and I'm scraping by on a few bucks profit. That's not greedy, is it? These gift boxes are just sitting there. Nobody's celebrating Mid-Autumn Festival anymore? No one's gifting mooncakes? I'm totally lost this year. Supermarket bosses, how are your gift boxes doing? Tell me I'm not the only one getting killed out here. Retail's dead, not a single box moving. It's that brutal.
马上到中秋了。
With the Mid-Autumn Festival coming up, I've been debating whether or not to sell mooncakes this year. Around this time in previous years, I'd have already stocked up by now. But since the year before last, mooncake sales have been getting worse every year. Yesterday, I went to a big supermarket to take a look, and I saw that their mooncakes are sold by weight, and the prices are extremely low. It's just made me feel even more uncertain. I should have seen the warning signs last year when many of my peers completely pulled out of mooncake sales. Some even advised me not to sell them because, unlike other products, you can't return mooncakes if you don't sell, and you can't swap them for other items. They just sit there, and the losses add up. Last year, I bought fewer, but thankfully didn't lose much, just a small profit. But this year is different. With the economic situation as it is, my store sales are flat and I just don't have the confidence to keep going. So I want to ask everyone, are you still selling mooncakes this year?
In previous years, supermarkets and e-commerce platforms were embroiled in a fierce mooncake sales battle by this time, but this year, many have observed a significant cooling in the market.
我今年发现一个奇怪的现象，
I spotted something weird today at the biggest supermarket near me. It's Sunday, and only one guy was even glancing at mooncakes. Nobody's buying, and that one guy, no guarantee he's grabbing any. What's the deal this year? Are people cutting back, or did everyone just forget Mid-Autumn Festival? Usually, when I'm on the subway to work, I'd see tons of folks hauling mooncake boxes from their companies. This year, not one. Seriously, I haven't seen a single person with mooncakes out there. Friends, are your companies just late on handing them out, or is nobody eating mooncakes anymore? Mooncake sales are tanking harder this year. Those mooncake companies, they're probably hurting bad.
马上就要中秋了。
Mid-Autumn Festival's almost here, so I gotta ask you bosses out there, what's your vibe on this year's festival? You think it's gonna explode with sales? Or is it shaping up to be the worst one ever? Honestly, it feels like the festival's losing its spark. Even Chinese New Year doesn't have the old buzz anymore. Close friends and family still swap greetings, but with folks a bit further out, it's like we've all silently agreed to skip it. So don't get your hopes up too high for this Mid-Autumn Festival. The bigger the dream, the harder the letdown. So why aren't mooncakes selling? Vloggers on the platform Douyin have identified 4 major reasons.
今天去超市，我就发现这月饼咋就卖不动了呢？
Today, I went to the supermarket and couldn't understand why mooncakes aren't selling. I watched a video that mentioned how many factories have half shut down. Normally, this is a peak time for mooncake sales, but this year it's like no one's buying them. After thinking about it, I realized there are a few reasons for this. First, people are more health conscious now. Traditional mooncakes are high in oil, sugar, and fat, and they're really sweet. There's no health benefits to eating them. Even if people buy them, they only take a bite or two and don't dare to eat more. Second, we all know mooncakes are packed with additives. Can our bodies really handle eating all that? No one wants to keep feeding themselves additives. Third, the price-performance ratio is too low. The packaging may look fancy, but manufacturers know you're buying it to give as gifts. The price often ends up in the hundreds, even over 1,000 yuan per box. It's like pure stupidity tax. Who would buy that for themselves? Lastly, with less disposable income, especially with the bad economic environment, many people can't even find work. In the past, people would buy mooncakes to give to relatives and friends during holidays. Now everyone's trying to save money for emergencies, and no one wants to spend extra on mooncakes. So it makes sense that mooncakes aren't selling well this year.
Besides food companies specializing in baked goods, hotels and restaurants are also major players in the mooncake market. For hotels, mooncakes yield profit margins over 70%, a lucrative opportunity. For employees, however, they're a burden difficult to sell. Each fall, tension fills hotels as sales managers shift from promoting room rates to pitching new mooncake varieties. Front desk staff, servers, security guards, and even cleaners post in their WeChat groups and social circles asking, "Anyone want to buy mooncakes? We have employee discounts." At a 4-star Beijing hotel, security guard Mr. Liu earned 4,500 yuan monthly, was tasked with selling 10 boxes of mooncakes at 238 yuan each. He said, "My relatives think spending over 200 yuan on a box is absurd. No one is buying them. I became a guard for stability, not to sell mooncakes. Had I known, I wouldn't have taken this job." If sales targets aren't met, employees often must buy the mooncakes themselves. Many reluctantly purchase 5 boxes, giving them to relatives and friends. Afterward, they may still have a couple left at home, eating them reluctantly. For these workers, the Mid-Autumn Festival has lost its warmth. Selling mooncakes drains their wallets, strains relationships, and takes a mental toll. An anonymous forum post read, "We're not selling mooncakes, we're sacrificing our dignity and meager wages to cover the hotel's losses." It drew hundreds of agreeing comments. A user claiming to be a hotel manager commented, "I don't want to pressure the staff, but if I don't meet the targets set by higher ups, I face penalties. Both sides are tough, so the staff bear the brunt." Some practices are commonplace in the restaurant industry. Recently, a Henan-based social media user claiming to be part-time Starbucks employees shared their struggles with mooncake sales targets. The post gained traction, exposing the internal pressures at Starbucks. In the comments, a Starbucks employee quipped, "Maybe I did wrong in a past life, so now I'm stuck selling mooncakes." Another Starbucks employee wrote, "I had to buy 15 boxes myself, costing me over 3,000 yuan." Some users noted that buying mooncakes or zongzi to meet sales quotas has become a widespread unspoken rule. Penpai News reported on Starbucks employees buying mooncakes to meet quotas. Starbucks China responded, "We're investigating these claims. Self-purchasing to meet sales targets is against our principles." The intense pressure around Starbucks mooncake sales has been evident for some time. Before the 2023 Mid-Autumn Festival, social media buzzed with discussions about Starbucks mooncakes. A Weibo user posted, "Every year, this is a nightmare for Starbucks staff," sharing a screenshot of a store's internal chat where a manager assigned tasks. Each person sells 15 boxes, or you know what happens. A Starbucks insider revealed that mooncake pre-sales start in late August and continue until the Mid-Autumn Festival. Stores set specific sales targets, passed down to each employee. Though labeled as encouragement goals, these often become mandatory in practice. A 2024 report by the China Chain Store and Franchise Association found that 67% of chain restaurants impose mooncake sales quotas to employees, with coffee chains like Starbucks facing the highest pressure. A 2024 iResearch consulting report shows Starbucks' mooncake repurchase rate is only 23%, compared to 45% for traditional brands, yet the profit margin is 65%, nearly double that of regular coffee products. These figures reveal that mooncakes are both a burden and a temptation for Starbucks. Low repurchase rates make sales challenging, but high profit margins make them hard to abandon. Surprisingly, despite the sales pressure, Starbucks continues to launch mooncakes annually. This year, they introduced the Golden Mooncake Gift Box and Perfect Mooncake Gift Box, priced at 358 yuan and 468 yuan per box, respectively. Industry insiders say mooncakes' high profit margins significantly boost store performance, but limited consumer demand makes sales difficult. The intense mooncake sales pressure reflects Starbucks China's broader business challenges. Once the coffee king, it now faces growing struggles in China, resorting to various strategies to sustain growth. Behind the mooncake sales struggles lies a deeper issue: declining consumer spending and evolving gift-giving traditions. Since 2024, Chinese consumers' purchasing power and spending willingness have declined. National Bureau of Statistics data shows real per capita disposable income grew by 4.9% in the first quarter of 2024, slower than the previous year. High-priced mooncakes have been hit the hardest in this environment. Li, an office worker at a state-owned enterprise, told local media, "Before, companies gave employees mooncakes every Mid-Autumn Festival, and clients exchanged gift boxes. Now that's reduced. Everyone's tightening budgets, and non-essentials like mooncakes are cut." A Shandong government employee said, "Expensive mooncake gift boxes, costing over 1,000 yuan, are rarely given now. Mid-Autumn Festival is more about family dinners, with fewer gift exchanges." The Mid-Autumn Festival has long been a major shopping season in China, but this year's outlook is bleak. Business gift mooncakes have suffered the most, described by the media as a total collapse. In past years, companies bought them in bulk for clients, but this year, such purchases are nearly non-existent. Businesses are losing money, government revenues are down, unemployment is rising, and ongoing anti-corruption campaigns have intensified, with companies closing one after another. As a mainland blogger said, "No one's buying house, gold, jade, or redwood furniture. Luxury cigarettes and alcohol aren't selling. Even mooncakes are being ignored."